Need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Shane Gamer B. Today, guys, we are gonna be doing another tier list, guys. We haven't did a tier list in so long. I had such a good idea. I think one person already did it, but I want to do a tier list on all the dungeons in Roblox Dungeon Quest. I made this tier list on my own. Also in the tier list, so we're gonna put it in sucks, okay, good, amazing, and God. Also, guys, we are gonna see it, guys. This is gonna be we're gonna be doing a tier list on Roblox Dungeon Quest, and it's gonna be on all the dungeons. Not including we're not gonna include Egg Island. We're gonna include but we are gonna include boss raids. So we are gonna be doing it on all the dungeons today. Either sucks, okay, good, amazing, or God, in all these categories. If you guys want me to do a lot more tier list videos on like games and stuff, let me know in the comments. If this video does hit 4 likes, I will be doing more tier list videos. So yeah, I thought this would be a great idea. Also, guys, I'm thinking about doing it again on just the bosses of each dungeon. So before we start, this is how we're gonna be rating it by. We are gonna be rating it by the loot, the looks, and the bosses. The look of the loot, the look of the dungeon, and the bosses. The look of the bosses. So Desert Temple. It's a very plain dungeon because it's only the first dungeon. It's a very basic dungeon. It is the first dungeon in the game you start out as. It's the first dungeon in the game. Alright, let's talk about Desert Temple a little bit. So, Desert Temple is a very basic dungeon. It's just like a regular Desert Temple. You know what I mean? So the mobs, they're very basic. There's only one boss because the first 2 dungeons only had one boss, and the rest all of them have like 3. So, Desert Temple, the boss is like the sand. What is it? Sand giant. I think it's what the boss is. And so look at the armors. They're not the worst, but they're a little basic. They're not the worst, but they're a little basic. And the bosses are, and there's only one boss, and it's pretty basic. It's literally the mini desert thing or whatever they are. It's basically the mini mobs but bigger. So it's really basic. So I'm gonna put this in an okay because the armor is not too bad in my opinion. To be honest, none of them are gonna go and suck. Probably. Okay, so next dungeon, we're gonna be doing in order, by the way. Oh, actually, let me organize them in order. So we're gonna put Pirate Island, King's Castle, the Underworld Ceramide, Orbital. No, Raid should be here. Yep, it's Steampunk also. Yep. Okay, that's it. Alright, Winter Outpost. Definitely a little upgrade. It's way more unique. So basically it is you're outside. And you're like in a snowy area. So Winter Outpost, you need to be it is the second dungeon in the game. So yeah, let's talk about how the dungeon looks. It is pretty nice. It's way better than Desert. It has like more glow to it. Like it glows at night, which is pretty cool. The mobs are still a little basic, but the boss is completely unique. So yeah, the mobs are still a little basic, like the little ones, but the boss is completely original and unique. The little mobs in Winter Outpost are basically the same just like Desert Temple, just in blue. So, and the boss is completely different. What is it called again? Is it called the ice? I think it's the Ice Elemental. I think that's what the boss is. I think it's what the boss is, guys. So, okay, last we're going to talk about the loot. So, the loot, guys, in Winter Outpost, it is definitely way better than Deserts. Way better. Like, the armors, spells, way better. It's just way better. The loot, the weapons are much nicer. The spells, you got the armors. I really like the armor sets. I love the, what is it called? I forgot, but I know it has some really cool mage sets and spells. So Winter is going to go above okay, and it's going to go into a good. Pirate Island. Okay. The map is pretty unique. It's like on a pirate island, which is pretty cool. The mobs are definitely... Alright, first we're going to talk about how the dungeon looks. I think it's pretty cool. I like the pirate theme of it. The only thing I don't like about... Oh, wait. Before you go to Pirate Island, the only thing I don't like about Winter Outpost is there's, like, no twisting and turning. It's just a straight line. That's the only thing I don't like about it, because some dungeons are just in a straight line. So... yeah. So, Pirate Island. The dungeon's pretty cool. It sets place on a pirate island. So first we're gonna take a look at the we're gonna talk about the looks of the dungeon. I love how the island looks, and I love the caves and stuff. You're crawling in the caves, fighting the mobs, which is pretty cool. Alright, so we're gonna talk about the mobs next. So the mobs are way better. Big leap. The mobs are way better than Winter Outpost. The mobs are definitely way better to Winter Outpost is. So yeah, they're way more detailed. They're like pirates. It's really cool. Also there's 3 bosses on this one. 1 Blackbeard, 2 the spider, and I forgot what the last one is. I really like the bosses in Pirate. Especially the spider one, that's pretty cool. And Blackbeard the pirate, that's pretty cool. So the loot is the loot is not that much better than Winter's. It's a little better, but not that much better. So basically Winter and Pirate have like the same. I mean, Pirate's loot is way better, but like it just doesn't really improve that crazy. So I'm gonna put Pirate over Winter Outpost in good. Pirate Island, good, but almost amazing. So King's Castle. So you need to be level 70 for this dungeon. King's Castle. Ooh, we need to talk King's Castle. Guys. So King's Castle is pretty cool dungeon. I really like King's Castle. It's pretty good dungeon. It's way better than Pirate. So we're gonna talk about the looks of the dungeon. I like how it takes place in a castle. So you're like outside, and then you're going into the castle, I like how before you enter the castle, there's the first boss. I really like that. So let's talk about the mobs. I like how the mobs are like wizard theme and guard theme. I really like that. And let's take a talk about the loot. To be honest, the loot is I really like the armors and stuff here. They're really good. They're just really nice looking. I love the Scythe legendaries in it as well. I really like those. The looks of it is amazing. The mobs are amazing. And the loot is amazing. So I'm going to put this at amazing. The Underworld. Oh, yep. Okay, I know. So the Underworld is a pretty cool dungeon. It takes place like underground. It takes place in the Underworld, which is pretty cool. You're fighting like demons and stuff, and there's also 3 bosses. I forgot what the first one's called. I forgot what all of them are called actually. But for the first of all, the looks of the dungeon is really cool. I like how it's underground, red theme. It's really cool. So let's talk about the mobs. We're gonna talk about the mobs a little bit, like the bosses and stuff. So the mobs, they're a little basic, but not too basic. I feel like it's a little bit more. The mobs are a little bit more basic. The mobs are a little bit more basic than King's Castles. Like the King's Castle's mobs has way more detail. But the bosses are better than King's Castle. So like what I mean is like the mini bosses don't have as much effort. So we're gonna talk about the big bosses, like the 3 bosses. The first boss it's a pretty cool boss. The second boss, I really like the second boss. It's pretty cool. And the third boss is my favorite. It's like a demon with red eyes, really cool. Okay, we're gonna talk about the loot. I love the loot in Underworld. I love how the armors look. They are so sick. I love the spells as well. So I think I'm gonna put this in amazing. Just a little higher than King's. Samurai Palace. Okay, this dungeon means so much to me. I absolutely love Samurai. It is one of my favorite. It's literally my favorite dungeon in the entire game. I love this dungeon to death. It is so perfect. It's so much action. The colors are amazing. So let's talk about the looks. It is so cool. I love how it has that samurai ninja theme kind of look to it. It's so cool. We're gonna talk about the mobs. The mobs are amazing looking. Oh my god. The mobs are amazing. The little mobs are amazing looking. Oh my goodness. The bosses are sick. We got the gorilla thing or whatever it is. We got I forgot what the last boss was called, but it's really cool. I love how it's ninja theme and samurai-ish. And that's what I have to say about the mobs. The loot. Okay, the loot is crazy. It's way better than Underworld's for sure. It is the loot, the armor, the weapons, the legendary weapons are so amazing. I love this dungeon. It's the perfect dungeon. Literally the perfect dungeon. So, the loot of the armor, like the weapons, the spells, the armor. The armors are amazing. I love how they look, especially the mage ones. I mean, the warrior ones still look good too, but I'm a big fan of the mage ones. I love them. The spells, I love the illusion blast one. That's one of my favorite spells. Also, I like flame cyclone as well, but that's a warrior spell. Those spells are amazing. They put so much effort into the dungeon. Also, the legendary is amazing. You got the Sakura staff and the Sakura katana. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. Dude. It is just an amazing dungeon. The armors in Nightmare are crazy. I love the Inferno set in it. It's so cool. I love the weapons. I love the swords. It is amazing dungeon, and it's going straight into God. I love this dungeon. This dungeon's in my heart, literally. Wait. Oh my god. Did I forget to add candles? Wait. Oh, shoot. Alright, I'm gonna end the video for a second. I can add candles. Alright, guys. We are back. Sorry, guys. I just had to add candles. So moving on to candles. I really like candles as well. I don't like it as much as Samurai, but I like candles. I still like candles. I really like candles, actually. Not as much as Samurai, but I love candles as well. So, candles. We're going to talk about the mobs first, guys. So the mobs in candles. are pretty cool. I like how the like wizard theme. I like how it's like a wizard themed dungeon. I really like that. I like the mobs I really like the mobs. I like the bosses. I feel like the bosses could have looked a little bit more unique. I feel like the bosses looked a little too much of the same. That's the only thing I have to say about this dungeon is the bosses look way too similar and they just have different colors. I really don't like that. I mean, all the bosses are a little bit more unique. They could have had a little bit more uniqueness to the bosses, but the mini mobs are really unique, really nice. Just the bosses are the problem. So we're gonna talk about how the dungeon. So yeah, we already talked about how the dungeon looks and the mobs. The loot. I really like the loot. It's pretty nice. I love the spells this dungeon has. It's wizard theme. It has like a tsunami spell. It has like a it has a lot of cool spells. I really like the vortex spell for mage. This dungeon's overall really cool. Also this is the level for this dungeon is for level 100. Just a big fan of candles. Also the music is great for it too. I really like the music. I should have been rating the music for all the dungeons. But the music is probably the best music choice. In my opinion, it probably is the best music choice out of all the dungeons. So I'm gonna put this at a very far amazing. Ghastly Harbor. Okay. Ghastly Harbor is a cool dungeon, but I feel like it's way too similar. It's way too similar to Pirate, in my opinion. So, I'm gonna have to complain about this one a little bit. So, okay, so we're gonna talk about how the dungeon looks. It is way too similar to Pirate. It's way too similar. Ghastly is a cool dungeon, but it's just too similar. It just has like it feels like it has the same theme as Pirate Island. Okay, now we're gonna talk about the mobs next. The mobs are pretty cool. They're different. The mobs are definitely different and more unique. The mobs are definitely more different and unique than pirates. And the bosses. We're gonna talk about the 3 bosses. So you got the sea serpent, the kraken, and I forgot the second boss. But I really like how the bosses look. They're all unique and they are all different. The only complaint I'm gonna have about this. Oh yeah, let's move on to the armors and loot and stuff. So we're gonna talk about the loot. So the armors for this dungeon, the armors are pretty sick. I really like the loot for this dungeon. The loot is pretty good. The loot is pretty good. Yeah, the loot is pretty good. I really like the spells. I like the armors. I like the spells, armor, weapons. I really like the legendary weapons in this dungeon. It's pretty cool. So, yeah, the armors are really sick. I really like the Kraken Mage armor. I like the rare armors. So, I'm going to put this dungeon at none of them are going to suck. I literally don't care. I'm going to put it right here. I don't like it as much as Candles. I'm going to put it at a pretty far amazing. Steampunk Sewers. Okay, I like this one as well. I think I like this more than Ghastly. Some people are going to be like, whoa, why do you like Steampunk so much? I just like the spells and atmosphere to it. I just really like how it looks. I just really like the armors and spells. That's what I like about it. And I like how it's foggy, it has a steampunk vibe. I really like it. So what it does, guys, we're going to talk about the looks of it. It takes place underground in a sewer. And it's pretty cool. I'm just such a big fan of the armors and stuff. So we're going to talk about the mobs next. To be honest, the mobs are pretty cool. The mobs are like a futuristic kind of thing. The mobs can have like the mini mobs. The mobs are pretty cool. Like the mini ones are pretty cool. You got the purple and the green little things, whatever they are called. The mobs are pretty cool. The mini ones. We're gonna the bosses next. The bosses. Let me talk about the bosses. What do I have to say? I gotta think about them. The bosses are pretty cool as well. I like how they have all have like steampunk stuff on, like you're on the sewer. I like how I really like that. So yeah, steampunk. Also, let me talk about the loot. The loot for steampunk, I really like the loot, to be honest. I really like the armors for Mate, Insane, and Nightmare. I'm a really big fan of the armors, so the loot is probably the best and highest. I really like the loot, like the armor. I like the spells. I like the weapons. I really like the legendary weapons, by the way. I'm a big fan of the legendary weapons. I really like the mage, and the only thing is the mage and warrior weapon are a little similar, just like kind of like different colors. They're a little bit, I think, a little too similar. Maybe to change the weapons up a little bit, but steampunk. I'm gonna put you. I'm gonna put you farther than right here. I'm gonna put orbital. Okay. Orbital out. Wait. Oh, Aki, no mind. We got raids next. I forgot we got raids, bro. So we got raids next. So raids, guys. Raids. What do I have to say about raids? To be honest, boss raids, I don't know why it came. I never understood why they ever added this, but never understood why they ever add boss raids. I mean, I understand it's like a different atmosphere. So what boss raids is, you have to be level 130 to do it. There's 30 tier keys. And there are different bosses to do. It's just hard to explain. But let me rate the mobs. No, there's only bosses in this dungeon, so I have to rate the bosses. No, how boss raid looks. All of them are cool. All the maps are cool. So you got like a kind of like a heaven theme one, a nature one, and you got like a steampunk looking one. Yeah. Boss raids. Okay, we're gonna talk about the looks of it. Boss raid has pretty cool looks to it. I really like it. And we're gonna talk about the armors. The armors and spells are really cool. I gotta admit, I really gotta admit, the armors and spells and weapons are really cool. Has a lot of legendary weapons. Has a lot of other stuff. There's not really much to say about raid. But I don't like it too much. I'm going to put it at a very high good. I don't like it crazy. Like, I don't like it too crazy. I'm going to put it at a high good. It's not my favorite. Alright, 3 more. Orbital Outpost. So you have to be level 140 to do this dungeon, guys. You have to be level 140 to do the dungeon. To be honest, I think Orbital is a little basic. To be honest, Orbital is a little bit basic. It doesn't have too much detail away. It's just inside and you're like in space. It's a little basic in my opinion. It's not too basic, but it's a little basic. So we're gonna talk about the map looks. It is pretty cool. It's not like in a straight line like most of the dungeons. That's the only thing I like about it is it's not like in a straight line. So that's cool. I like the mobs though. The mobs are pretty. Alright, we're gonna talk about the mobs now. The mobs are pretty cool. They kind of, to be honest, they kind of are a little bit too similar to Steampunk Sewers mini mobs. They're a little similar to Steampunk's mobs a little bit. I think they're way too similar to Steampunk's mobs. I mean the mini ones. The bosses are different for it. The orbital outpost bosses are, I forgot what it's called. What is it called? I forgot. I know what I don't remember what they're called. But there's one that looks like a robot. 2, Oh, I remember the second one. It's the Tesla Master. 3, I forgot what the last one is. Lord Vahosh. Oh yeah, the last one's Lord Vahosh. So Orbital. I gotta admit though, the loot is pretty nice. Like the Alien Mage Drama, I really big fan of the Alien Mage Drama. I really like the spells. The legendaries are not the best looking, but they're pretty good. So I would put Orbital at a. At a high good. A really high good. Okay, volcanic chambers. Ooh, volcanic, bro. Oh my god. So, what do I have to say about volcanic? So, we're gonna talk about the map first, how it is. The only thing I don't like about it is like all the other dungeons and you just go literally straight forward. You barely turn. That's the only thing I don't like about it. But the armors, the mobs are really cool. The mobs are really cool, like the minis. And the 3 bosses. So you got I forgot what the first one's called. I forgot the second one called, and the third one's the Lava King. I really like volcanic chambers. So we're gonna talk about the loot next. I'm a huge fan of the loot. The loot is great. Like I love how it has the hell theme to it. It's really nice. I really like the Lava King armor for Nightmare. I really also, guys, it is the first dungeon to have a legendary spell, guys, too. First dungeon to have a legendary spell as well. And have a warrior legendary spell and a mage one. And it's the first one to have like a boost for damage. A spell boost for damage. No, it's not actually, because Desert has one, but it has a speed boost to it as well. So, if you guys know what I mean. So we're going to talk about the armors a little bit. I really like the armors, especially the Nightmare ones. So there's nothing really much to say about Volcanics. It's a really cool dungeon. The only thing really special about this dungeon is that it introduced the first legendary spell, in Dungeon Quest. So that's the only thing really special about it. So I would be putting Volcanic. I really like Volcanic, so it's gonna go to a higher than Steampunk. I don't like it as much as Kennels. Aquatic Temple. Oh my god, guys, I love this one. This is my favorite dungeon in the entire game. Not my favorite. Samite is, but so Aquatic Temple is the newest dungeon. You have to be at level 160 to be able to do it. To be able to play it. So we're gonna talk about the looks. To be honest, I don't know why people say this is similar to Ghastly Harbor. I completely disagree with that because it doesn't feel piratey. To be honest, it feels more water and futuristic theme. To be honest, that's what Aquatic Temple feels like. To me. So, if I had to say something about this, I would say that. All right, first of all, the map is so good looking. The mobs are really nice looking. I like how they have like a futuristic look to them. The map looks amazing. It takes place I mean not in the water, but like outside the water. It makes it feel like you're underwater. So it's really cool. I really like that. It feels more futuristic. I don't know why, but it feels more futuristic than water theme, to be honest. I mean, I understand water's around it. So let's talk about the bosses a little bit. So the bosses, I really like the bosses. They're not the best. They're a little basic, but they're not the best. So the first boss is like the generator core thing or whatever. The second boss is, I don't know what it's called. I forgot. And the last boss is the Sea King. The only thing I don't like about the bosses in Aquatic is I think they're a little bit too similar to Volcanics. In my opinion, I think they're a little bit too similar to Volcanics. The bosses are a little basic, but the mini mobs are completely original. So we're gonna talk about the armors and loot and stuff. those are very. I love the loot in in aquatic. It is so nice. I'm a big fan of the loot. So we're gonna talk about the armors first. The armors are amazing looking, especially the Triton ones in night mode. Those ones are really nice looking. The insane ones still look pretty good. The spells, I'm a big fan of the spells. It's not that many. The only thing I don't like about aquatic is it's not that many spells, to be honest. I mean, it's a decent amount of spells, but so yeah, we got like aquatic cement. We got what else we got for aquatic for warrior? I didn't completely forgot. We got ice spikes. So yeah, there's a lot of good spells, armors, and things in aquatic. So if I had to put it somewhere, I'm gonna put it at a. I'm gonna put it at a. Oh my god, this is hard. I think it's gonna go higher than kennels. Yep, I really love aquatic. So yeah, guys, this is my tier list. Actually, if you guys want to try it yourself, I'll be linking in the description. Not that many people did a tier list on this, so I'm gonna be one of the first people. Yeah, guys, that's gonna be the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like this video, comment down below, and also subscribe to my channel, and see y'all in the next video. Peace out.
Step by step, the clock is ticking, but there's no time for me. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.